It's been quite a while since I've been excited about Marvel, with the exception of the cards I collect. Is this going to be something that brings me back into the family? Hey everybody, your boy Jeff, aka GCurse here. How are you all doing this morning? When I say this morning, I mean this morning. I haven't been able to get that much sleep because where I live, we are currently under a flood warning. Uh, it's to the point, especially where I live, part of the apartment complex that I live, is starting to flood a little bit because the property is kind of sinking a little bit, so water kind of goes downhill a little. Uh, so I haven't been able to get that much sleep, so I figured, you know what? Let's make a video. At least let's get my mind off the flooding. Let's watch a video. And this is a video of a game trailer for a game that I'm kind of interested in. It's called Marvel Maximum Collection, and I'm basically going to be giving you my thoughts about what there is included in this game. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, before this continues on, I have lost like 99.9% faith in Disney and Marvel. I have not watched a Disney Marvel video movie, whatever you want to call it, since Deadpool, the time Deadpool 2 came out. So like I think what was like 2018, 2019-ish. Hey, let's do a quick look here. I think it was like 2018, possibly. Yeah, May 18th, 2018. This was like the last Marvel-like movie that I watched, and it's fucking sad because I used to love, Marvel movies, but Disney fucked them up, and whatever Sony tried doing with the Spider Universe fucking blows. The only things Marvel related that I collect anymore are the cards. I have like 99 point or almost 100% of all the Marvel card sets that were released in the 90s. I have some from the around this time, like 2022-ish, 2023, the Tops cards or whatever they're called. They're basically the Chrome cards. I collect the cards. I have not seen a single Marvel Disney movie from, since Deadpool 2, which was 2018, and I refuse to watch any of the fucking shit that is from the Spider Universe, I guess you could say. Recently, like Madam Web, fuck that, Craven, get out of here. Morbius, really? So like I just refuse to watch the shit movies that are being produced anymore. I'm hoping that what we are about to see here, that this actually pulls me back and wanting to, get back into the Marvel movie scene, I guess you could call it. Konami, okay. Limited run, okay. Oh my god, they're starting off hard, ladies and gentlemen. They are starting off hard. X-Men, the arcade game. If you had an arcade back, let's see here, it had to be like early 90s, like say 1991, 1992. Let's see here. When did X-Men, let's see here. Man, the arcade game release. 1992. So it's been a pretty long time. See here. Does it say exactly what the date was? Let's see here. What about Wikipedia? When in doubt, go to Wikipedia. They should always have the release date. Oh, it just says March 1992. So we are actually in. Let's see here. 92, 2002, 92, 2002, 2012. over 34 years, ladies and gentlemen. This game has been, it has been, in demand for a long time for this game to get a console release. And it looks like we're finally going to be getting it. And not only are we getting it, we're getting a compilation. I can't wait to see what else is on this in this compilation. But this game was huge in the arcade scene back in the early 90s. The arcade that I used to go to, sadly, which is not here anymore, it was called Tilt, and they actually had the 4-person arcade cabinet, which was freaking awesome. The sad thing is, when I would go to play it, which would be like, say, Saturday morning when I would have my allowance, nobody was up and at the arcade at that time playing the game. So there I was always playing as Wolverine, and nobody was playing there to play with me, and I would always get my ass kicked.
Here come the heroes to save the world from destruction. They are X-Men. Avengers Assemble!
Okay, Captain America and the Avengers. Another awesome arcade game. This one I actually have a lot of memories of also because of the fact that I first played this game at a pizza restaurant that opened up when I was younger. Once again, let's see, when did this game? This had to have been around the same time. This had to be around the same time. When did Captain America and the Avengers arcade game? 1991. So this game is actually even older. So like, say, 35 years that we've been waiting for this game to get released. Holy shit. And not only is this game, you can tell how old this game is because the vision is all white. Normally he's now like he's like various colors and everything, but back in like the early 90s, Vision, he was like white, as you can see in this game, or like a yellowish color, whatever you want to call it. So it sounds like that they are coming out with their heavy headers, and oh my god, I can't wait to try this game also. To be honest, I'm not sure which one I'm going to play first. It's either going to be Vision or Iron Man because they have the projectiles. So does Hawkman. Hawkeye. Sorry, Hawkeye. So does Hawkeye. But who wants to play as basically a purple Robin Hood? Basically, who wants to? No, you're going to want to either play as the billionaire playboy or the robot. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but sadly, the pizza restaurant that when they first opened up that they had this game, sadly that pizza restaurant is now gone. Like a lot of things from our childhood, this game was actually in that pizza restaurant until the very end. Till the very end. It's sad. It's sad. Okay, so it looks like we're also going to be getting Silver Surfer. And that's the one thing I always kind of was a little bit confused with. Maybe they did. I just don't realize it. I'm going to have to go do a deep dive into the lore of the Avengers, I guess. But on the left side here, it looks like the Avengers are fighting the Sentinels. I always thought the Sentinels were like an X-Men type enemy. Like, you always only saw Sentinels regarding like X-Men literature and stuff. I never thought of them as, going against the Avengers, but maybe they did. Maybe they did. And it looks like over here, right above my finger here, it looks like we're going to have a Spider-Man game. Spider-Man and the X-Men in Arcade's Revenge, it looks like. Let's see here. I never actually played this game. I think this game is a Super Nintendo game, if I remember correctly. A neighbor had it, but I never had it, and I never played it. It looks like it's going to be kind of like a side scroller. It looks like it. I'm kind of curious about it. I'm curious about it. Okay, so it looks like you get this game in both. I'm guessing, like I said, the Super Nintendo format and Game Boy format. Maximum Carnage. Holy shit. This is like, I think this game and Doom are the only games that were released for the Super Nintendo that had a red cartridge. I may be wrong, but I know that those two games had a red cartridge. Maximum Carnage. Oh my god, it is one of the best storylines from the Spider-Man universe, or for Spider-Man, I guess you could say. I think it was like, I'm not sure exactly how many issues it ran, but it basically taught, it was about Carnage releasing all sorts of hell on New York and everything. I played this for the Super Nintendo, and this game kicked my ass. It kicked my ass, but it was a fun side-scrolling beat 'em up. Bam. Separation anxiety. I have kind of mixed opinions about. Honestly, I like the idea of the storyline for separation anxiety, but the game felt kind of like a watered down Maximum Carnage. I'm not sure how to really, explain it. It just felt kind of watered down. It felt like they just kind of took the good game of Maximum Carnage and kind of like decreased the awesomeness of it by a little bit. It's like it just looks like it's more generic. It didn't feel right. It didn't look right. It's hard to really explain. But once I buy this game, then I'll show you guys, give you a little bit more looks at it, and everything. Okay, so we have the Silver Surfer. I rented this game once from a video rental store. Did not like it, and it's basically kind of because of like what James Rolfe said in the Angry Video Game Nerd review of this. Basically, the game was overly difficult, and you had a lot of kill zones, basically. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a museum. Okay, that's awesome. That's it? It didn't seem like there was a lot of games here. It didn't seem like there was a lot of games here. But hold on, let's see. There may be more. Let's just see. Oh, come on. Please tell me there's more. Oh, jeez. Jeez, they had me hooked. They had me hooked with the X-Men the arcade game, Captain America, and the Avengers, and Maximum Carnage. I'm kind of interested in Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge. I'm meh about separation anxiety, and I'm not really interested in Silver Surfer. And then we're going to get some variations of those games, but those are like the only games we're really getting with this. I'm not sure about this, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's do some research, shall we? Let's do this and this. Okay, hold on. Let me move my camera up so you can actually see my fat, ugly face. There we go. Because after seeing this trailer, like I said, hold on, let's take these off. Let's take these off. After seeing the trailer, I was actually kind of like, yeah. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, they came out with the heavy hitters, and it really felt like we started off like up here at the top, and then it went down a little bit. Because everything has to go down a little bit. You can't go even higher when you're already at the top. You can either go down or you can go straight. And even though I like Captain America and the Avengers, it went down a little bit. And then it went straight with Maximum Carnage, and then it just kept going down, 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 down. Let's get some information about this. Marvel Maximum Collection. I just want to see here. Let's see here. The Marvel Maximum Collection. Let's see here. Do we have it like... Okay, here. Marvel Maximum Collection, Standard Edition, Switch, PS5, Xbox. Does it say like what games? Okay, so here is... Here, let's enhance or enlarge. There you go. X-Men. Here are the games that are going to be in this collection. X-Men, the arcade game. Of course, it's the arcade game. Captain America. We're getting the arcade version, Mega format, and 8-bit. Spider-Man, Venom, Maximum Carnage, Super Nintendo, and Mega. I'm guessing Mega is the Mega Drive or Sega or whatever the correct term is. Spider-Man, Venom, Super and Mega again. Spider-Man, X-Men, Arcade's Revenge. Okay, we're getting this on Super Nintendo, Mega, Portable, and Game Gear. Silver Surfer 8-bit, and that is literally it. There were a lot more Marvel games that were released in the, I'm guessing late 80s through the 90s. They do realize this, right? And then here are some of the features we're going to get. We're going to get online multiplayer for the X-Men arcade game. We're getting archives. We're getting music, a music player, integrated cheats menu, rewind and save states, and display options. Oh, thank fucking God we're getting display options. What would we do without display options? I'm sorry, it just feels that this collection is kind of anemic. It's really kind of limited. Oh God, I just saw something here that our boy DSP Gaming, he is going to have a fit about. This game includes rollback net code. Oh my God, DSP Gaming, he is going to have a spaz fit. I'm not sure if he ever watched this or did any research, but the minute he sees these two words, rollback net code, oh my God, he's going to lose his freaking mind. And I'm going to be there loving it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. They want $39. It looks like. What was it again? Yeah, $39.99 for basically what equates to be 6 games. Yeah, 6 games spread over different variations. I'm sorry, but none of these games are even like, none of these games are from like, let's say even like 2 or 3 console generations ago. None of them. These games are all early 90s. Let's see, when did Silver Surfer come out? Or late 80s, let's see here. When did NES Silver Surfer release? Okay, so 1990. So the Silver Surfer game may be the oldest game in this collection. But the fact is, what I'm trying to say is that there was a lot more games that they could have added to this. It isn't like that Marvel, I'm pretty sure Marvel owns the rights to all these games. That they own the rights to all these games. Here, let's just go through some of the games that they did not add. Let's see here. NES Wolverine game. I'm not saying that this game was good. This game was released in 1991. It is a platformer. I'm not saying that this game was good at all because my cousin Mike had it. And I like the idea. But the one fucking issue that they had with this game, or that I had with this game, was the fact that if you were Wolverine and you go to use the claws, the one thing Wolverine is fucking known for, you go to use the claws and it takes away from your health. That you're not mishearing me. I literally just said that. Using his claws takes away from his health. It's like watching, let's say we were watching, oh God, the movie Logan, for example. When did Logan come out? Wasn't that like, if I think that, well, maybe that was a little bit after Deadpool. Because I watched that one, I'll be honest. Logan come out. No, it was actually just before Deadpool 2. Okay. It's like watching the movie Logan. Logan just took that shot, that adrenaline or whatever the fuck it was called. I can't recall. And he's running through the woods like a madman, and you see his claws are out, and he's slashing and he's killing everybody. He's about halfway through his berserker rage as he's using his claws, and then all of a sudden he just ups and dies because he used his claws too much. That's what the issue was I had with this game. Do they actually mention it all? Reception. Let's go here. It's just a basic thing. In a retrospective of video games featuring Wolverine, IGN mocked the NES game for not being faithful to the comics as its high difficulty level. Okay, but like I said, literally, can you just imagine Wolverine in one of these movies using his claws? Let's say X-Men 2, X-Men United. He's in the mansion defending the little children, and he's just killing, and all of a sudden, he just literally just kind of dies. But the fact is, they could have added this game to the they could have added this game to this compilation. Let's see, what's another game? Oh, let's see here. I think it was called Spider-Man. Return of the Sinister Six. I think that's what it was called. I thought it was a game. No, not Spider Slayers. Return of the Sinister Six game. Here we go. Let's see here. Do they have a Wikipedia for it? Here we go. Spider-Man, Return of the Sinister Six. Once again, another game. That they could have added. Why did they not add this game? This game was released for the NES in 1992, the Master System and Game Gear in 1993. Why wasn't this added? Here, let's go something a little bit newer. Not back in the 90s. Let's see here. There was a game that I played. Marvel War of the Gems game. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, War of the Gems. I think this is about the Infinity Gauntlet, if I remember correctly. Super Nintendo. It was released in North America November 21st, 1996. Okay, what about X-Men Mutant Apocalypse SNES game? Game Genie? Why the fuck did they put Game Genie? Here we go. Here's another game. They left out so many games that they could have done. They could have left out so many games. Hold on. Let's go with one more game. X-Men NES. This has to be like one of the worst X-Men games I ever played. X-Men for the NES. This was released December 1989. So it isn't like they can say, well, the game was too new or anything. This game predated Silver Surfer. It predated Silver Surfer, and they did not add it. I'm not saying that these games are great, but why not just add them to, kind of add to the robustness, I guess you could say, of this compilation. Hell, right there alone, Spider-Man Sinister Six, X-Men, Marvel War of the Gems, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, X-Men. That could have brought this up to 10 games. There's a couple for I think there was a couple X-Men games for Game Gear. Hold on. X-Men. I swear I had a couple Game Gear games based on X-Men also. Game Gear games. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's see here. I think, could this be one? No, this. Oh, well, here's another one they could have done. This isn't for Game Gear. This is for Sega. Just X-Men. This is the 1990. Why are they leaving out so many games? X-Men, Game Gear, Sega Retro. Oh shit! I don't want. I'm afraid of that being like hackers or whatever. Whenever I see that it says, "Hold on, we gotta check something," I back out because I'm afraid it could do something to my computer. Okay, let's try doing an image search. Okay, so yeah, this is the one I remember having because I think it took place in like one of the levels was the Savage Line, if I remember correctly. X-Men Game Gear. And then I think there was one where you fought off against like the Hellfire Club. I may be wrong about that. But the fact is, what I'm trying to say here is that they left out so many, other games that they could have done or added. They left out so many freaking games, and it's kind of sad here. Let's close some of these. Holy shit. I didn't realize so many tabs opened up. I'm just not sure about this. $39.99 for a collection that honestly feels a little bare bones. If this was anywhere from $9.99 to $15.99, I would have said, okay, yeah, maybe. Mainly because of the fact that you're only getting that, like say 6 games. And although one of the games is what everybody's been wanting, the X-Men, the arcade game, they don't. A lot of these games they're old. These are games that are like between 35 to 34 to 35 years old. It's a real hard sell for me if you're going to ask for over $40 after taxes. And you're only getting basically 6 games that have variations. Oh god, it's hard. It's a hard sell, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure about this. Does it say that they're does it say they're going to do updates or anything like downloads for more games? It doesn't actually say if they're going to be doing any like future downloads or updates where where there's more games. It doesn't say that I can see at least. Oh, shit. Oh god, this is hard. This is hard because I want to play. I definitely want to play the X-Men arcade game. I want to relive Captain America and the Avengers and Maximum Carnage. I'm curious, like I said, I'm curious about Spider-Man and the X-Men Arcade's Revenge. I'm meh about separation anxiety, and I have no real reason to play Silver Surfer. So to top that off, so just saying that they're wanting $40 for me to want to play 5 games. It's like, if anything, this should be like on Game Pass. This should be on Game Pass. I'm gonna have to do some real deep thinking about if I want to actually buy this game. Unless they come out and go, we heard your concerns. We heard your concerns, and we did not word it properly. Yes, in the beginning you are getting 6 games. You are going to be getting 6 games. But via this roadmap that we have, we're going to be actually providing more content and more games. Then I'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm in. I would love to play War of the Gems or Mutant Apocalypse again. But they don't say anything about that. So it's kind of a hard sale right now. I'm gonna have to think about it. Here's the one thing that really kind of gets to me. Now, people are still into buying physical format, and I understand that. Me, I where I live, they really don't offer physical format that much anymore. They do have a GameStop, but I'm not in that area that much. A lot of what they now offer are either just straight digital off the systems, or where I live, they have the cards, which is basically digital. People are still into physical, and I totally understand that. This is what has me concerned. There is no purchase limit on this item. This item is currently in manufacturing. Artwork is subject to change. I see this, and especially this part here, and I can't help but think that if this is like a limited release, like a physical limited release, these games are going to get scalped. I kind of did a video about it of scalpers recently, Pokemon scalpers. If this physical copy of this game has like a limited release, this is what's going to happen. The scalpers are going to buy up all they can, and then what goes for $39.99, is going to go for, $89.99, $99.99. Whatever a scalper thinks that they can make off of this game, they're going to go for it. But back to what I was originally saying, I'm just not sure about asking for $40+ for 6 games that are between 34 to 35 years old. I just don't, it's a hard sell for me. It's a hard sell. Here, let me do this. It's a hard sell, so I'm gonna have to do some thinking about it. They really started off hard. I mean, like, I was excited. I'm like, yeah, this is freaking awesome. I am hyped. And then we see what all the content is. Like, oh god, you had a chance. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my thoughts of Marvel Maximum, the Marvel Maximum Collection, which I find to be kind of laughable because it's called the Maximum Collection, and you're only getting 6 games that have a few variations of those games. It's like, really? Maximum Collection? Really? This lackluster collection. Or the Marvel, we know you only want the X-Men arcade game collection or something like that. Yeah. But that is it. I'll see you all later. Peace out.